Hello everybody, welcome back to the farm. And first up, a big thank you to everybody that's become a channel member. I know updates have been a bit thin, but hopefully today's video will make that a lot better. Now I've been looking at some of the comments you guys have dropped after the episode where we built the orchard, and oh man, I've made so many mistakes, and it's really great to have your guys' advice on where I should go next. So thank you Craig, Dr. Vinyl, Ryan, and also Jack Lovell, because you guys are absolutely right, and I think probably an ender chest would work really well with the create farm that we have, and also we have the ender chest that we have from the quarry that we're not using anymore. Prosy says leafy and croppy bees are great for making apples. They are, but they don't look as cool. But Prosy also suggests using modular routers or cyclic. Yeah, I think I might have to do that. Capel Sinker says, wouldn't a bonsai pot work for apple trees as well? And you know what, you're very right. However, in this version, apparently they're really hard to make. Now, Nikolai Holst says, my grandfather, age 97, is watching your progress and asks why you don't plant your apple farm somewhere with lots more space and let my village citizens become members of the farm as well. First off, that's amazing, and it's great to have you along for the ride. And secondly, I think you're right as well. We're going to need a lot more different types of trees to capture all the fruits that we want, so I think I probably need a much bigger space. So we might have to find a bigger spot for an orchard. The Super Slayer says he misses the plant interactive from industrial foregoing, yet apparently that was removed. It would have made things a lot easier. And Trust the Water drops an absolute information library bomb on us, but this is all amazing stuff. So basically, modular routers are the way to go. We can do our entire tree farming setup with basically just modular routers. And you can even camouflage them so it doesn't even look that ugly. You can also apparently use cardboard boxes on fruit. That sounds insane. So you can take an apple from one tree and put it onto a banana tree, and the apple doesn't know any better. It's kind of like what they do with sheep during lambing season. That's amazing to know. And Walrus Gumbo also says, we're not quite in the end game yet, but check it out. There's trees that drop golden apples and trees that drop nether bananas, and we need both of those pretty importantly, so we have to find these trees. Anyway, let's jump in game. So you join me on a rainy day here at the farm. I usually skip these, but you know what? I'm going to enjoy the rain this time. So a quick recap on what we've got going on at the tree farm. We've used plant fertilizers, plant gatherers, and plant growers underneath these grass blocks, all just to get fruit from a tree. But we don't need any of this stuff. All we need are modular routers. So what we're going to do is we'll leave this stuff here for now, investigate modular routers, work out what we need, come over with the routers, plant them up. All of that work hasn't gone to waste because we can repurpose these fertilizers, gatherers, and growers onto crop farms instead, which is kind of what they're designed for anyway, so that works out quite well. So modular routers, what have we got here? We've got 7 apparently in the computer, that'll come in handy, and we've got a blank upgrade module. Alright, so modular routers manual, there we go. Now we're not going to use the vacuum modules because we've already got those vacuum hoppers set up underneath that orchard. But what I think we're going to try and use is these Activator Modules. So apparently these let a router right click, and that's amazing. Now we will also be upgrading these modules with, what can we do? Well, a camouflage upgrade, that might be cool. We could make all the routers look like pumpkin heads. That might be cool. I like that. So yeah, a camouflage upgrade on an Activator module. And now augments. Here we go. Aha, so we do have a problem with this setup, and the fact is there is no range up augment for an Activator module, which means we're going to have to put this Activator module right next to the fruit itself on the tree. But I think that will be okay because we can kind of configure it so they're on the insides of the tree, feeding down the middle. What do I mean by that? Well, let's build the modules and I'll show you. So, an Activator module will need blank modules. We've got loads of these. Let's just make a couple of stacks just to be secure. And dispensers. You can never have too many dispensers because they're always used for some wacky kinds of machines. And boom, Activator module. Okay, so there we go. 7 modular routers, 7 Activator modules. Now we'll make the camouflage upgrade. Oh wow, look at this. You need red dye and green dye. No worries, we can make this stuff. Ooh, did you guys hear that? I think there was a lightning strike behind me. So it shouldn't be a creeper. I think we've conquered creepers, right? So there we go. 7 modular routers, 7 modules, and 7 upgrades. Let's do it. Oh yeah, now it is a thunderstorm. I'm going to sleep because I don't want a lightning strike to set my village on fire. Also, the sound of rain is really annoying to edit out afterwards. Just so you know. There we go, Mr. Blue Skies indeed. Alright, let's take a look around. Okay, so it's a big shame, but the first step is, unfortunately, to pick up these gatherers and fertilizers. We're not going to need them for what we're doing. Whoa, oh my god, lots of bone meal in there. Okay, so we put down the apple sapling and we grow this sucker. And here we go, 1 planted apple tree. Now what we need to do is put down the modular routers so they're facing the apples and then get them to right click on the apples. Now that sounds super simple, but where do we begin? First up, we don't have the right. Well, no, we do have the right. We've got to find a spot on this tree that doesn't have an apple. This block here, I think, doesn't have an apple, right? There we go. Now that looks good, but it's not facing the apple, so we need to switch it around. Okay, so we have our modular router in position. It's right in front of the apple, and we have our module in our right hand. If we right-click this, we can set this to the right direction, which wants to be front. We can give it an action, attack nearby entity, right-click, or right-click entity. So I think what we want to do is right-click, but it doesn't have to sneak. So we'll turn that off. And okay, that should all be working. We'll make sure that the router is set to always. Okay, oh, that worked. Okay, so it just dropped an apple for us and we picked it up. Let's try the bone meal on this bad boy again, see if it does the same thing. Oh yeah, oh, it works. Oh my god, it works. And it looks like the apple is not going into the modular router. Instead, it's going into our vacuum hopper that is situated underneath. Amazing. So all we need is trees, a modular router with the modules that we put in, and the vacuum hopper underneath. Now what we could do, if we wanted to save space here, we could get loads more modular routers, some cardboard boxes, box up all different other kinds of fruit, put them all on this tree, and just have one tree with like 1 million of these routers facing all the unique types of fruit. That'd be a good way of doing it. However, it would also look pretty ugly. Now, this is definitely not as efficient as our other setup. In fact, the other setup was much quicker. However, because, like again, with the create farm, because it looks cool, this is the way we're going to do it. So how does the camouflage upgrade work, and how do you decorate your router to look like something cool? Well, first we need to decide what we want it to look like. We could go super incognito, right-click on an apple, and make the router look like an apple, I think. Does that work? Camouflage as apple fruit. Here we go. Oh wow, the sound effects. Put the upgrade in there, and bam, it just looks like an apple. One of these apples doesn't quite look right. There's a spy amongst us. Among us? Yeah, I know. But an apple? I don't know. I mean, I guess. It's one way of doing it, and it looks like, you know, completely innocent. It is slightly darker than the other fruits. Maybe this is the best option because it looks very incognito, but I've also got another idea. What if we make the camouflage look like a lamp? That way, it'll help light up the trees and be functional and look pretty cool. So where are we going to find a lamp? Definitely have them. Oh, of course, I put some over here. On the farm, right? Yeah, no, that's a torch. Cool, where are these lamps? There we go, there's a lantern. So, right, shift right click. Camouflage as lantern. I love that sound effect, it's so cool. Now the big question is, does this make the router glow as well? Because that would be really cool. Oh, I don't think it does. It doesn't look like it's got any lighting effects, but I think it's a cool compromise. It doesn't look like a modular router, it doesn't look like an apple, but it definitely looks cool. Now, unfortunately, it does look like the range on a modular router is only the block in front of it, which again is why this is such a slow way of doing things, because you need one of these routers for every single apple you're pointing at. So at the moment, I'm really torn. This looks way better than the original setup that we had over here, with the industrial foregoing machines. However, it is ridiculously slow. These apples grow like once every couple of days, and if you've only got one modular router on an apple, we'll get one apple every couple of days. That's ridiculously slow and really pointless. The industrial foregoing way is self-sustaining because we get more materials from digging a tree than we need to plant one, and as long as we auto-craft the saplings, we'll get loads and loads and loads of trees real quickly. That's pretty cool. It's a bit complicated, but it's very cool. But the big problem is it's ugly. It's going to be a big empty field with trees just constantly being made and then destroyed, and then made and then destroyed. Now there is a third option for these modular routers. There is a way that we can get this apple to grow really quick, because when we right-click with bone meal on an apple, it automatically grows and automatically falls off the tree. So basically, instead of right-clicking with nothing, if we can send bone meal to the buffer of this modular router, let me show you what happens. Boom. Oh yeah, now it's not ludicrous speed, but that is so much quicker than before. So all we need to do is find a way to get bone meal into this modular router. And as luck would have it, this looks like a computer cable. So let's dig some of this up and put an exporter going to the modular router. What we need to do is send bone meal to our little lantern thing so that it can grow the apple. So that's the absorption hopper doing God's work. What we need to do now is, well, we might as well clean this up while we're here anyway, because it looks a bit messy and we don't need most of these things anymore. Oof, now unfortunately these vacuum hoppers work so well that every time I dig something up, it gets sucked into my computer system. So I've got to go back over to the home and pick up those bits that I just dug. Man, it's cool though. Oh my god, barbarians, what's going on? Southeast. Never eat shredded wheat. Southeast. The barbarians are coming from the trees. Okay, I left my jetpack in the reactor though, because oh my god, it's so power hungry. It's still charging. Oh, I see them on the map. That red dot, that's got to be a barbarian, right? Man, why are they coming from the sea? I guess they probably spawn on the other side of the ocean over there and then start to wade through the water. It's a really good defense kind of mechanism, actually. This is like a moat. All right, you barbarian sons of guns. Will you be back? I don't think so.
We'll be back.
2 raiders left. Oh, he's got a bow. Better take him out. We did it, we saved the day. Okay, mischief managed, let's get back to farming. Okay then, so let's clean this up a little bit, get it looking all nice and fancy. Now again, this does look kind of ugly, having a cable coming up here and feeding this modular router, but you know what? There was no way we were going to get this looking 100% perfect, and this itself looks a little bit better anyway. There we go. So the exporter is set to export bone meal. Bump. Oops. And hey presto, there we go. We have an apple farm. This is amazing. And this is all we need. One tree, the hopper underneath, an exporter, and a modular router. All right then. Well, let's get digging up all of these other machines that we can repurpose, because we're going to be doing crops soon anyway. Let's dig up all these bad boys and lay down the framework for this orchard. There we go, so we've removed all the stuff from underneath now, and we've also trimmed up some of the cable as well, because another beautiful thing about this setup, none of it A, produces sludge, and B, uses power. It's all totally green, eco-friendly. Now what this does mean is we're going to need a way to get bone meal now. We're farming apples, that's amazing, but we are going to need a way to reliably get a lot more bone meal, because this farm is going to go through bone meal like no tomorrow. I mean, look how quickly this goes down. 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, and that's just one modular router. If we've got like 7 or 8 or 9 or even 10 of these on the go, we're going to go through like a stack every 3 or 4 seconds. So we're going to need massive amounts of bone meal. So now it's time to think about what trees we want to put down. We already got the saplings last time and we configured the farm, but unfortunately the saplings went down, the trees grew, Then we destroyed the tree. We got the fruit, but what we didn't get was the sapling. So we've got 8 bananas here. Oh, it's lucky actually because 8 is exactly the number needed for a sapling. Can we use an apple sapling? No, we can't. We need a normal sapling here. So banana is used to make, 26 recipes with banana. There's a reason why. It's an amazing fruit. Banana sapling. Hot diggity damn. Now I could go through and make all the other ones, but because we've got so many emeralds, I'm going to be lazy and go and do another shopping trip over at the Emerald Muncher. How are you doing, my darling? Now we want basically mostly the same fruits that we had last time, however, with a couple of differences. Now I really like the idea of a spiderweb sapling. We don't really need spiderweb or string, but I think it's just so cool that I want to try it out anyway. I like the idea of having just weird exotic trees. Also, we wanted a walnut because we wanted like a nutty one to get oil and things. So we've got bananas, spiderwebs, oil from the walnuts, and last but not least, what I want to find is the paper bark sapling, because that is another way to get paper. So there's 4 cool trees to go along with our apple one, which makes 5. 6, 7, we've got 2 more spots for trees. And what I want to do is see if I can find these 2 trees that you guys mentioned in the comment section. The Nether Banana, if that's a real thing. There we go, a golden Nether Banana. So the Nether Banana, which comes from the Netherwood Sapling, and also the Mystery Wood Sapling that will create golden apples. Very cool. Also, Botany Pots. One of you guys in the comment section said, don't tell them about Botany Pots. A small pot for growing many kinds of plants. And a hopper botany pot. Right, here we go. So these are behind printed circuit boards in Pneumatic Craft. You make a printed circuit board by making capacitors, unassembled PCBs. You need, oh my god, you need assembly platforms, lasers, turrets, oh my god, battleships. It's crazy, it's crazy. So what we're looking for is the 2 saplings from Emma that'll get us the Nether Bananas and the golden apples. So Mystery Wood, oh no, she doesn't make Mystery Wood saplings, that's okay. Oh my god, she also doesn't have nether trees. But that should be okay. All we need to do is find a Netherwood sapling, and I think we're going to find that in the Nether. The Mystery Wood sapling, though, that is a mystery, which I think we can actually solve, though. Yeah, so I have no idea where you would find a Mystery Wood tree, but I'll look that up in a sec, because the first thing we want is the Netherwood Tree. Hockily dockily, let's find some Netherwood trees. Now, it's not this thing. This thing is something else. It's a warped tree. Warped blocks, these are not trees. A quick look at the map, and what we're looking for is kind of like a red forest. Now, is that here? This all looks like a bit like a foresty area. So I think to the south is where we're going to find our quarry. Oh yeah, immediately here it is. No, wait, this is crimson. Oh man, where do you find a Netherwood tree? The hunt is on for the elusive Netherwood Banana. More trees, but I don't think I can see any bananas. Oh, but this is a really cool looking biome. What the hell is this thing? It's like, oh, whoa, oh my god, that was pretty spicy. Let's bash this fool. This is a basols. And he drops, well, nothing by the looks. Oh, now we are finding some weird things here. There's a wraith. And he gave us a soul bead. Oh, very cool. Crying obsidian. Ooh, hello. Cool little chest here. With some enchanted gear. Blaze gold, fire charges. Aha! Netherwood sapling. Who would have thought it? We found it inside a special chest in the nether. We didn't even need to find one naturally. Amazing. Well, that's one down. What is the next tree on our list? Well, it's the Mystery Wood tree. So let's get back home and see if we can work out where we go for these things. So a quick look at Google tells me the only place a Mystery Wood tree can spawn is a flower forest. Boom, flower forest. Not a flower plains, not a flower meadow, but a flower forest. Oh my god. So 7,500 blocks away in that direction over the sea. which is that way. 7,000. Yikes. So here we are in the flower forest, and this is a beautiful looking biome. Just look at all those kind of pretty little flowers on the map. Amazing. Well, maybe actually, while we're here, I've got an empty pack. Let's just gather up a whole bunch of like flowers. These things come in handy, not just for dye, but also for decorating the farm. I can toss them in the computer and use them whenever I like. That'd be amazing. Also, it looks like there's some Botany flowers here as well, which is, again, very useful. Oh, what's this? Looks like a little cottage out here in the wilderness with... Oh my god, are those bees? Those are bees. Look like wooden bees as well, woody bees. Is that what they're called? Wood bees? Or like has-bees? Ah! Soursop, a fruit tree. Okay, what is this thing? Cool looking little... Oh, cake. Don't mind if... Oh, I can't, I'm full. Oh, somebody's left the oven on. What's down here? Aha, I see, it's one of these dungeons. Well, that's very cool, but what's on the second floor? It doesn't look like there's a way to get up there. Do you guys... Oh, yeah, look, staircase, of course. Oh, nice little bit of carpet. And what's in the chest? Oh, a white shield. Luma, a glowstone extract. So, we're looking for the mystery wood tree. I don't know what this is supposed to look like, but I bet it's going to look impressive. It could be that thing right there. In fact, if my eyes do not deceive me, it looks like there are golden flecks in the leaves. That could be exactly what we're looking for. Aha! A mystery wood tree from Forbidden and Arcanus. So this is the tree. How do we get the apples? Well, I think we just have to dig this and take our chances. Fingers crossed we'll get a sapling. Oh, wow, yeah, loads of them. Amazing. Perfect. Now, this didn't get us a golden apple. Maybe it's just a very, very, very low drop rate. Amazing. Well, I'm just going to gather up a few more flowers, because you never know when you need a specific flower and you don't actually have it. That'll come in real handy, especially these mystical flowers that are used so often in Botania. Ooh, now it is getting dark and we don't have mega torches out here, so it could get pretty deadly pretty quickly. Aha, yeah, rude dude spotted on the starboard bow. It's time to go home before we get riddled with skeleton arrows. Actually, no, I mean, like, they're not a threat. They're not a threat. They cannot kill us. They can barely even scratch us, but still. Ooh, lemons. I think it's time for us to head home. Well, okay, now we've made our glorious return, it's time to get these trees planted in our orchard. All right, so down goes the dirt, down goes the sapling, banana this time, and, ooh, run out of bone meal. Fingers crossed. That'll do. Down goes the dirt, down goes the sapling, spiderweb this time. Now, the biggest problem here is because this isn't like a Pam's Harvestcraft tree, the Netherwood trees, or the golden wood, what we don't get are the fruits hanging off the tree. Instead, you actually, I think, have to dig the tree down itself, like this, and fingers crossed, get what you're looking for. Ugh, it all went into the vacuum hopper though, so there's only one way to find out. Yeah, so there we go. We've got a nether banana, we've got 3 netherwood saplings, so it does look like this is a sustainable way of getting bananas. Well, bada bing, bada boom. We got our orchard set up a little bit better this time. We're using, ooh, there we go. There's one grown. Wait a minute. Where are the bananas? Oh, they're on the inside. That's going to be interesting to set up. Okay, right. So yeah, basically we've got our orchard set up now. We're using modular routers instead of all of that industrial foregoing stuff. Doesn't matter because we can reuse those machines to work with crops instead. What I'm going to do between this episode and next is get all this set up with all the modular routers and also put down some spooky bees so we can get a regular amount of bone meal on the go to farm up these fruits. Thank you for watching. A huge thank you to all the members and subscribers. And until next episode, take care and happy farming.